Okay, let's continue. We last stopped at question 25. This is set B, and we are at question 25. Okay, now the figure below is made out of two rectangles. We know that when it comes to rectangles, they have got 90-degree angle. Okay, so rectangles ABCD, you have BEFG, so that is BFC, so that's another rectangle. So you're supposed to find the value of XCY. XCY. So meaning this angle over here. Okay. So the one that I shaded, I'm going to shade it. This is the angle that we are going to be finding. XCY. Follow the direction XCY. So the angle XCY is that black shaded angle. Okay. Now let's take out this, break up this rectangle first. I have this rectangle over here that is 70 over here. Now if I know that a side of the rectangle is 90, like that, and there's already a 70 below it, so what does it say about the number on top? It's simply 90 minus 70, so that gives me 20. So this small portion here is 20. Okay, now let's break up the second rectangle, which has the 40 at this side. Okay, so I know that again, there's a right angle on each side of the rectangle, and there's already a 40 below, so the one on top will be 90 minus 40, that gives me 50. Okay, so combining these two angles, I have 20, I have 50, the total angle of that shaded part will be 70 degrees. That is the answer as well. Okay, alright. Now, question number 26. If you know 8-point compass, I always like to use pen to rotate, but I can't do that in a tablet because you won't be able to see my pen spinning. So I'm just going to be using arrows to show. Okay, you are facing the part. So you are facing here right now. This is where your pen is going to be facing. And that's because you have done your turning 45-degree anti-clockwise. 45 is half a right angle. Okay, so instead of a right angle, 45 is half of it. So where was he facing at first? We are going to go back time. To go back time, instead of anti-clockwise, we want to do a clockwise. So we want to do a clockwise to find out where he was initially, before he started turning anti-clockwise. So to do a clockwise is in this direction. This is called clockwise, following a clock. 45 degree, and this is a 90 degree, by the way. This is a 90, yeah? And we just want a half of it. So meaning to say, we are moving here, clockwise, 45 degree, which brings us to the answer library. If you want to double check your answer, 45 degree anti-clockwise, does he go back to the part? Yes, he did. So he's facing the part after doing a 45 degree anti-clockwise. That is for me to check my answer. Okay, so that's for question 26. Okay, 27. Now 27, very unlikely you will need a mirror because you can't bring a mirror in anyway. So we're just going to do it with a ruler though. I can't use a ruler here, so you're just going to see whether the picture at the end of it is the same as what you have. So far you see two heels, Alright, so I double check 1, 2. On the mirror image 1 and 2, so I'm okay. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. The line is going down this way, going inside one square, and then you notice it is going out twice. So I'm also going to go out 1 and 2. Then it's coming in again, and it's going down one square. It's coming back one square. It's coming back, so I'm coming back also. And it's going down. No, it's going all the way. Have I done some mistakes? Let me see. It looks different from the answer. So far, okay. It's coming in, so I'm coming in also. So I'm supposed to have one line here. Okay, this line going here, this line going here, this line going down. Okay, now it looks better. It's like a person with hands and legs. Alien with 2 legs as well. Alright, so double check 1 and 1, 2 and 2. 1 has nothing, 2 has something. Okay, alright. Let's go to 28. 28 was the one that a lot of y'all were asking me questions about. So some of you suggested drawing the paper unfolded, which was quite a good suggestion. So if it is 16 below, it is 16 here as well. Now when you unfold back, this part here goes back to the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw out the unfolded part. You still have your 5 here. When you unfold it back, this becomes a square. Doesn't look like a square to me. Okay, the triangle, when you unfold it back, it becomes a square. And the square of side 16, meaning sides on top also 16. Then you have the 9 over here. If you imagine the 9 is now unfolded and it's now forming the bottom here, 9, which will be 9 on top here as well. Okay, and also anything else that you know, if you know that there's a square in the middle, 16 of each side as well. Alright, so you're supposed to find what is the area of the piece of paper before it was folded. Alright, so you have parts A, you have parts B, you have parts C. So let's take a look at area A first. Area A, 5 times 16. Alright, you get 80. Area B is a square, so it will be 16 times 16, which is, let me just use my workings to find out. 16 times 16. Things can go wrong if you don't know how to do your 2 digit times 2 digits still. 6, and so I get 256. Now for the rectangle, area C, 9, there's a 16 at the sides as well. So times 16, I'll have 16 times 9, let's see. I have 144. Okay, so the final step is just to add up the 3 angles, which is going to give me, if you add it correctly, 480. There's a lot of danger in this question. The danger can come in when you multiply and you multiply wrongly. Okay, so make sure you double check on your workings when you do it. Now, your attendance code for the second lesson, Friday, copy that down. I'm going to just go faster so you can pause if you need to copy down your attendance code. Okay, going down, going some more. Alright, so that is for your attendance code for today's lesson. Let's continue with our lesson. We will have question 29. This Jia has a birthday that ended at 2235. So again, when I see a time, straight away timeline is out. If it ended, so meaning I will want to put the timing here. What time did the party start? This is what we don't know, right? So it's going to last for 3 hours 40. We're going to reverse time back. So let's make it into a nice number first. Going backwards, let's reverse 35 minutes because I want to make it into a nice hour, which is 2200. Okay, so I've used up 35 minutes, which leaves me 5 minutes left. 40 minus 35 is 5. Okay, shall we move with 3 hours straight away? 3 hours jump. 22 minus 3 will give you 1900. Okay, 3 hours is done. Cancel also. Left with 5 minutes. Now 5 minutes before 1900, it must be 18 something, right? 18 what? 1855. Because 55 plus 5 gives me back 60, which is the next hour. So the answer, 1855. Alright. There's no need to write the hour, which I made a mistake in the lesson. I'm so sorry about it. Just the 4 digits will do. No units needed. Okay, question 30. Now question 30, you have got women and girls, that's one group, and you have got men and boys, another group. So you sat on the LRT and half of the passengers are women and girls. So women and girls, let's find out how many women and girls are those. You have got 43 women and girls. Now, and the question says half of the passengers are women and girls. If 43 are women, meaning to say half, the boys and the men will also be 43. So girls make up half, which is 43. So the total will be 43 times 2. Alright, how many men are there? Now, the total is 43, but you only want to find out men, right? So there are 22 boys, 43 men and boys. So 43 minus 22 is going to get me 21. So 21 men. Let me double check. 21 plus 22, does it give me back 43? Yes, it does. So the men must be 21. Okay, so I'm checking on my answers. Alright, question 32, let's go down. We have this J girl who has $540 more than her sister. So I have got a J who has got a longer rectangle, 540, more than the sister, which I'm just going to call S. Okay, and she's going to give, let me just draw the 540 bigger because I'm going to do something to the 540 later. Okay, now she's going to give, who is this she by the way? It's the J girl. She's going to give her sister 155. Okay, now giving her sister 155, that means this is going to be cut off. Meaning to say she's no longer going to be 540 more than her sister. She's going to have 440 minus 155 because she's going to give this 155 to the sister. So this empty space here is 385. Alright, now that she has 385 more, you might think that, oh, that's the answer. Juwita has 385 more than her sister. But it's not true, because this 158 is now going to go to Juwita, which is here. So I'm going to add on the 158 to her. So if you notice, now their difference is only this small gap here. Alright, so initially we thought that Juwita has 385 more. But because the sister is now increased as well, the difference gets even smaller. So 385, how to find this empty gap? 385 minus 158 will give me the difference between them, which is how much more money Juwita have than the sister now. Okay, because one person lost, the other person gained. It's like one lose heat, one gains heat. So the difference gets smaller and smaller. So answer is $230. Okay, alright, now let's go on to this page here. So we have our favorite line graph. The first important step in the line graph, always make sure you write out the numbers. Now the first step is so important. And why do I say so important? Because the moment your numbers are written wrongly, you can be sure you won't get your answers correct. Okay, so can you just double check that all your numbers are correct? Each box seems to be addition of 20. Alright, after doing some guess and check. So these are all the numbers that I have. We are ready to check our question. Total number of students who applied the scholarship from 2011 to 2014. So we are going to add up all the four numbers. 500 plus 400 plus 360 plus 460. Now I'm going to trust that you know your additions well. So do your workings in the exams carefully and slowly. You can do it one by one. No problem. 2 marks is worth it. Alright, answer 1720. Okay, now in which year did 100 more students apply? So we are going to find out which year was there an increase, and it increases by 100. Now let's go back to the number line. Is it 2012? Cannot be, because 2012 instead of increased, the number dropped. Is it 2013? Cannot be, because from the previous year the number dropped. Is it 2015? The number is increased. The number is increasing by how much? 100. So we can say that in year 2014, there was an increase of 100. Alright, so that was the year 2014. There were 100 more students who applied. Okay, alright, I'm going to see you in the next lesson for question 34 onwards.